Swan Hill's always been green, clean and friendly. It's a very caring town we live in. And as I've always said, to walk in this door, you're a brave person. For us, it's up to us to listen to what's been said. I was working across the road at the motel as the manager there, and Eddie Dalton called in and said, I'm looking for a treasurer for the conference. So I wittily said to him, I don't know anybody that silly, but if I do find somebody, I'll let you know. And he said, don't worry about it, I found somebody. And I said, who? He said, I just spoke to your wife and she said you can do it. I said, well, it looks like I'm the treasurer.
He has a beautiful way of working with people. It doesn't matter who he talks to, he treats everybody equally the same.
He just makes such a huge contribution to the whole show. And he knows how the system works too.
The biggest one we see at the moment is people are under cost of living pressures with rents. There's very little emergency housing. The cost of everything has gone up. It's a stressful time for people on low incomes, particularly those on youth allowances. We've had a 37% increase in the activity of the conference, the welfare here, since the September quarter. We're assisting over 270 families at various stages throughout those 3 quarters.
Brian's very inspiring. Brian we started up a good kitchen. That's been our number one priority.
A good kitchen is the practical application of Christianity. Feed the poor, feed those lonely, feed those that have mental issues, have family issues, no judgment. The emphasis wasn't a nutritional cooked meal served to those in need once a week. It's served by wonderful volunteers. There's an opportunity there to take home a food parcel. A lot of donated food is on the table.
We feel that it's bringing the people that are vulnerable and lonely, in need of a feed every week with their kids and themselves, and they can sit down with their neighbours or their people in the next street and have a chat, which is something they wouldn't normally do.
The first night there was one person, and that one person being through domestic violence evicted from her marital home. We were able to organise accommodation for her that night and get her to Mallee Family Care the next day. We had one person, but that one person was in need. But the kitchen has grown from that one person to where we generally look after 70, and the maximums was 126 or something at Christmas time, and 2 weeks ago 92. So it's growing. I think we just keep it simple. It works very well.
People come to his table and he can direct with our conference meetings. He makes sure everybody gets a turn and what the opinion is, and he's also introduced making a difference to our conference.
So when I took over the presidency, I moved the conference meetings from out in that room to this room, put the table in the middle, and we sit around the table. And the first item is making a difference.
That's a topic that anybody is invited to come and say what they've noticed, what's made a difference in someone's life. It's
been a very well-received agenda item, and you get some really good stories of people that have come into the conference or the welfare, and they've been able to be provided with assistance. Our conference members do that. They do listen, and they do support the people, not just with food, but with compassion, empathy, and giving them the courage to keep on going, to get back on their feet and to keep going.
He's got the knowledge, personality, the charisma, the size. Great asset, yeah.
The compassion, the empathy, advocacy, respect, it just flows so naturally and so calmly.
Brian's got that ability to bring the best out of people, I feel.
The way he just conducts himself and his humour and his sincerity.
I'm privileged to be the president, and I work for a great team.